It is without flaw. What sculptor could reproduce it?
Why are its veins tinted pink? If I'd seen you paint it instead, I'd think it were freshly picked.
Don't ask me the reason of that. I have no idea why its veins and hearts are tinted, but they always are. I tried it on one of Genevieve's birds the other day and got the same result. There it is.
What would happen if I dipped my own hand into it?
I don't know, but you better not try.
I do have one question. That's where the ray of sunlight came from.
Looked like a ray of sunlight, sure enough. I don't know. It happens every time I submerge a living thing. Perhaps it's the vital spark of the creator escaping to whence it came. You must stay for lunch. Genevieve will be home shortly.
I passed her on my way in. She looked as fresh and sweet as that rose before you destroyed it.
Well, do you think I destroyed it?
Destroyed, preserved. How are we to tell?
Oh, Alec. Genevieve finished modeling for the Ariadne for next month's show. I had the work sent out before you came, but feel free to look at the sketchbooks to see the sculptures she drew up. You know, after the success that the Madonna had, I feel kind of concerned over this next show.
The Madonna was modeled after your maid. The Ariadne is modeled after your wife. I'm sure your critics will reach the same conclusion that I have.
And what conclusion would that be?
That your wife is far more beautiful than your maid.
May maids not be as beautiful as wives? My maid Marianne has been known to keep many suitors.
Your maid Marianne is nowhere near as beautiful as your wife, Genevieve.
If you think Genevieve is so beautiful, you should tell her yourself. I'm sure she wouldn't mind the compliment.
That's your role, Boris. I'm just a doting best friend.
Regardless, what do you think of my discovery, Alec?
I think it's wonderful.
I shall make no use of it. Besides satisfying my own curiosity, so far as may be, and the secret shall die within this studio.
That would be rather a blow to sculpting, would it not? We painters lose more than we ever gain by photography as it is. Or at least that's how it's been before now.
This vicious discovery would corrupt the world of art. No, I should never confide this secret with anyone else. I'm almost frightened when I think of what I've discovered. Scientists would go mad, and to think it was so simple, it discovered itself, and when I think about the new element to participate in...
What new element?
Oh, I haven't got to name it yet. And I don't think I ever shall. See, Alec, you and I have all we need in this world. My, how covetous and sinister you look already. Do you really want to know how I did it?
No, I think that secret's better locked up in that brain of yours. Besides, I'll use my own means to seek fame in society. Genevieve, I believe you forgot my kiss.
Boris, you must ask Alec to stay for brunch.
I did.
And you said yes, I hope.
J'avais bien le nom, madame. I'd better be going, don't you think?
Hanged if I know it.
Brunch is ready. Did I cross, Alec? I thought I had a headache, but I haven't. Come here, Boris. Alec knows that after you, there is no one else in the world who I like as well as I like him. So, if he sometimes feels snubbed, it won't hurt him.
Are you two done yet?
Aye, done.
We will never be done.
I see you. Don't pretend to not see me. You know who made you, little humbug.
You alone? Or you and God? Or are you God?
Oh, good God. I forgot the basin was full of the solution.
Why do you keep a small lake of that gruesome fluid here of all places? Wouldn't a simple bottle suffice?
I want to experiment on something larger.
Oh, like me, perhaps.
That came too close for joking. A more highly organized creature. A white rabbit, perhaps. Anyways, I must be off to the Luxembourg. I told Jack Scott I'd meet him there. Try not to burn down the studio while I'm gone.
called him Boris, and yet there were still two who addressed him in that same familiar way, Jack Scott and Alec. Perhaps Boris being married to Genevieve had something to do with his friendship for Alec. Not that it had ever been acknowledged between the two of them, but after all was settled, and Genevieve had told Alec with tears in her eyes that it was Boris whom she loved, Alec snuck over to his house and congratulated him. The perfect cordiality of the interview did not deceive either one of them, Alec always believed, and yet to one at least it was a great comfort. Alec did not think that Boris and Genevieve ever spoke of the matter together, but Boris always knew. Genevieve was lovely. Her mood was as variable as that of an April day, morning grave, dignified, and sweet, in the afternoon laughing, capricious, in the evening whatever one least expected. He preferred her in that Madonna-like tranquility which stirred the depths of his soul. He dreams of her now, just as he had before she chose Boris. Genevieve?
Genevieve! Genevieve, my love. Will you ever love me? Poor girl. Are you okay?
No. Could you go find Boris for me?
I can't find Boris or any of the servants.
I know. Boris went to Ept with Mr. Scott. I did not remember when I sent you for him just now.
But he can't be back from Ep before tomorrow afternoon. Are you hurt? Did I frighten you into falling? What an awful fool I am, but I was only half awake.
Boris had thought you went home before dinner. Do please excuse us for letting you stay here all this time.
Oh, it's quite all right. I started a book and napped so long I did not know whether I was awake or asleep. And I found myself staring at a creeping shadow and calling out your name. Had you been playing music? You must have been playing softly.
He would tell 1,000 more lies worse than that one to see the look of relief that came into her face.
Alec, I tripped on the carpet and I think my ankle is sprained. Please call Mary Annie and then go home.
He did as she bade him and left her there when the maid arrived.
Genevieve is asleep just now. The sprain is nothing but such a high fever. The doctor can't account for it, or maybe she won't let him.
Genevieve is ill.
I should say so. She actually kept waking up at intervals during the night, lightheaded, and she's been complaining about how her heart is broken and how she wants to die. I told the maid to come grab me the minute she wakes up. Come and play with me in a rose-colored bath full of death.
Is it death?
We shouldn't call it death, I suppose. One after the other. Child's play.
Oh, hello, Boris. Hello, up.
Jack, is that the white rabbit? White rabbit you promised me last week?
It is. Alec, shall you play with us?
No, thank you. I'll go check on Genevieve and finish my book.
He picked up the book out of habit and read out of fear. They say the second act inspired Jack the Ripper and Lizzie Borden, but they also say the second act is illegible to the sane mind. When he started reading the second act, he understood it just fine.
You, sir, should unmask.
Indeed.
Indeed, it's time. We've all laid aside disguise but you.
I wear no mask.
No mask?
No mask? Boris entered like a flash, grabbed a hold of Genevieve and sent Jack for the doctor. Alec entered. At his first touch, she sighed and relaxed, closing her eyes. And then, as they bent over her, she opened them again, looked Alec straight in the face and said, "I love you, but I think I love Boris best." At at that very same instant, their 3 lives were turned into new channels, for the bond that held them so long together had been snapped forever, and a new bond had been forged in its place. For she had spoken his name, and as the fever tortured her, her heart poured out its load of hidden sorrow. Amazed and dumb, Alec bowed his head. His face burned like a live coal. The blood surged in his ears, stupefying him with its clamor. He could not silence her. He could not look at Boris.
It's not your fault, Alec. Don't grieve so. She loves you.
This is bad. Good luck.
For a little bit after, I managed to keep up my work with Jack and Boris in the studio. Although my nights were filled with inward rage over being disloyal to Boris and unworthy of Genevieve, I returned to the studio in the morning with a heart washed clean by the tempests of the night. My mask of self-deception was no longer a mask. It was now part of me. For 2 years, I dreamed of a day where I'd be able to take up my relations with Boris like they were before I read the cursed play. I'd look into his eyes, be neither rancor, nor cowardice, nor mistrust. 2 years later, I stopped dreaming.
You're up.
Jack, I need to go back to the studio.
You haven't been out of your bed in over a year, moreover out of the apartment. You have to stay here.
I need to see Boris and Genevieve.
You can't.
I will. Boris needs to know how sorry I am and how badly I want things to return to the way they were.
Alec, they both died during your hospitalization.
Excuse me.
That night, when I left you in the doctor's care, I returned to Boris and found him reworking the Ariadne. Genevieve was sedated in her room. She had been quite out of her mind, he said. He worked until midnight, and I watched him silently. He was showing me out when we heard the studio door open. He sprang through the door, and I followed closely behind, but it was too late. Genevieve lay in the basin, her hands across her breast. Dead. Boris escaped into the night and hasn't been seen since. Alec, I emptied every drop of that hellish fluid.
Where is Genevieve now?
She lies before Boris's sculpture of her in the marble room. The Ariadne smiles tenderly at her, and Genevieve looks back in that calm, stoic face that would have only been through her. Boris left me the house, but he left you the marbles. You're free to do with them as you please.
Jack used to pay me to check up on the house every month. At least until he grew tired of me visiting. I've kept everything the way he left it. Would you like me to show you the rooms?
Thank you, Mary Annie, but I've seen the house many times. As much as I'd like to reminisce, I can't bring myself to see her in the studio.
Do you just want me to come and clean?
Every other Friday, if you can make it.
Thank you, Alec. And remember, none of this is your fault.
Boris never needed to know. I never needed to know. But I sat here, and I asked you if you could ever love me. In a few days you answered, and you told Boris our secret. You stupid, stupid girl! I loved Boris like a brother. And I loved you like a wife. But you're both gone now because of those words. There's some things you just can't take back.
Alec,
Yes, Mary Annie.
I have a letter for you from New York. It's Jack.
Could you read it to me? I have to have this charcoal finished by Monday.
It's 20 pages.
It surely was from Jack, but it was so incoherent that he thought he must have lost his reason. There were 6 pages of Arabic prayers and a rambling demand that Alec remain in the house until his return next month. He offered no explanations besides a series of dreams about a watchman and a tattered king.
Seems Mr. Scott's a little sick, that's all. You can return to your work now, Mary Annie.
Well, there are other things. Last time I was here, I caught a white rabbit by the pool.
That's certainly odd.
And today I found 2 birds flying around the library where you were busy.
And your point is?
I'm sorry, Alec, but I can't work here anymore.
Excuse me.
Someone is playing tricks on me, and they're trying to get me in trouble. The marble rabbit was stolen last month, and 2 weeks ago I found a rabbit in the garden. Now I find 2 birds in the library.
I understand your concern. If you think you must leave, then leave.
At that moment, he understood.
Genevieve. Genevieve, my love. Will you ever love me? Poor girl. Are you okay?
In the city of New York, the summer of 1984 was signalized by the elevation of the subway. The colossal congress of religions laid bigotry and intolerance in their graves, and kindness and charity began to draw warring sets together. Self-preservation assured our safety, as the United States looked upon as Spain, Italy, Germany, and Belgium waited to be taken up and bound by Russia. They mocked our isolation, but we found peace in our unity.
Our unity? Don't listen to her. Camilla and her sister both serve their false king, the Yellow King. Listen to me, I know all about that lying bastard and what the royal court's really up to. You know me, I'm Castaigne. I have another name, but I don't trust you enough to tell you yet. Trust is dangerous. Now, trust me, but don't trust the royal court. The royal court says that they don't exist. The royal court says that President Nash is still controlling the U.S. government. The royal court says that I'm insane. You see, I used to be a scholar. Not in the Hollywood way like Charlie Chaplin or Ronald Reagan, but in the sports way. I used to play polo with Baker and Alexis Sadi for the president. And that was before the incident.
How much do you remember from the incident?
I remember waking up next to an annotated copy of The King in Yellow one morning in your asylum. You told me that I had been there for 4 years, that I had been currently enduring obligatory treatment for insanity under your direction, and that you had detained me after a nasty head injury suffered from a polo match.
I notice that you're emphasizing a negative connotation with my involvement in treating you. Castaigne, do you hold a grudge against me?
On the contrary, Dr. Archer, I like to think that the incident changed my life for the better. It turned me from a young, lazy man into an active, tempered, and, above all, ambitious man of the court.
This court you talk of, it's from the play, King in Yellow.
Yes, you know, I remember after reading the first act, it occurred to me I'd better stop. I flung the book into the fireplace, and the volume struck the barred gate and fell open on the hearth in the firelight. If I had not caught a glimpse of the opening words of the second act, I should have never finished. But my eyes became riveted to the opening page, that I grabbed it out of the coals to read it, and reread it, and weep, and laugh, and tremble in horror. I will never forget Carcosa, where black stars hang in the heavens, where the shadows of men's thoughts lengthen in the afternoon, where the twin suns sink into the lake of Hali, and my mind will bear forever the memory of the tattered king and pallid mask.
Curse the writer. French were right in banning his beautifully stupendous creation. America should have followed suit.
King in Yellow is terrible in its simplicity, but irresistible in its truth. It strikes a supreme note of art, yet human nature cannot bear its strain, nor thrive on the words in which its poison lurks. The very banality and innocence of the first act only allows for the blow to fall afterward with more awful effect.
I'd argue further, but you must first say that I read it to understand it.
Indeed I would, but you yourself know it isn't wise to make assumptions.
Castaigne, I will not allow myself to read the second act. As long as you know that the king and the court are purely fiction, then I see no need to argue further. Good night.
Good night, Dr. Archer. I'll see you next week.
Come in, Mr. Castaigne.
Louis.
Wrong cousin, although that is a pretty little picture of him. Why aren't you in it?
I took the picture.
Who took these?
Richard Osborne Elliott.
Didn't he die in a blimp incident 7 years ago?
Indeed, but I heard a rumor from Sotheby's just over a year ago that he kept some undeveloped poetry with this mistress in France. It took some time. It took some time for me to contact her. She refused even to speak to me at first, but once I told her I was Richard's half-brother, she was more than happy to help.
But you're not Richard Osborne Elliott's half-brother.
Exactly, my friend.
And you did all of this for a rival's rumor?
Of course.
For the first time ever, I took a personal interest in Hopper. I mean, god damn! You gotta understand, I've never seen him out of the shop. Nonetheless, off of his stool, the idea that he could go to France and con a widow out of her own lover's lost fortune, it blows my mind. Color me impressed. Was it worth something to you?
No, my pleasure in finding it was the reward.
Do you not wish to be rich?
No. In fact, I prefer Richard.
Funny. That's hilarious. If you can't tell, I'm quite literally dying. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go see Mr. Wilde for a moment or two.
Oh, that poor fellow. It must be hard for him to live alone year after year, poor, crippled and almost demented. It's very kind of you to visit him as often as you do.
I think Mr. Wilde is the most vicious man I've ever met.
No, he is not vicious, nor is he in the least bit demented. His mind is a chamber of wonder that holds secrets you and I would spend years on a trip to discover. He knows history like no one else, and the people of New York would die trying to honor him if they knew his existence.
Nonsense. He's insane.
Is it nonsense when he says that the lost war hall known as the Georgiana is being used as a tablecloth for a Korean barbecue off of Soho known as House Ramen?
Nonsense. He's insane.
You may know him to be insane, but I know him to be as insane as I am. Is it nonsense, too, when he refers to you as the Marquis of Avonshire and of Miss Constance?
That is impossible. Mr. Wilde knows a great many things.
About photography, for instance, and Warhol's Georgiana.
Mr. Wilde may have been right about the Georgiana. But he is wrong in regards to the Marquis of Avonshire, who, as everybody knows, was killed in a hurricane on his yacht 10 years ago.
Mr. Wilde is wrong.
Let us agree for your own sake that, in this instance, Mr. Wilde is wrong.
Henry B. Matthews, called April 3rd, reputation damaged on the racetrack. Reputation to be repaired by August 1st. Retainer, $5. P. Green Dusenberry, Minister of as possible. Retainer, $500.
I see that being the repairer of reputations can be a lucrative job.
I only wanted to demonstrate that I was correct. Today I employ 500 men who pursue their work with enthusiasm born of fear. Men of every shade of society.
Be ashamed to the cause if they turned on you.
I think not. I've seldom had to apply the whip, and they find satisfaction in their wages.
How do you apply the whip?
I invite them over for tea and have a little chat with me. Who is it? Hello? Stay.
Stay let.
Come tomorrow.
Impossible. My
Come tomorrow!
Who is that?
Carol Staylet, owner and editor-in-chief of the Great Chicago Daily.
Chicago's far. I'm impressed.
Castaigne, we are now in discreet communication with the Third of Congress. We can count on 2/3 within 24 hours, and within 48 hours the entire East Coast will rise en masse. The country will follow the state, and the state will lead with the yellow side.
A new broom sweeps clean.
The ambition of Caesar and Napoleon pales before that which could not rest, until it had seized the minds of men and controlled even their unborn thoughts.
You are speaking of the King in Yellow.
He's a king whom emperors have served.
I'm content to serve under.
I think that it is time you see your cousin Louis.
Hildred, would you shake my hand and share this benefit?
Louis, you're the only person who still calls me that name. You looked very nice this afternoon marching in your regiment.
Thank you. Where were you watching from? I didn't see you in the crowds, and you certainly were watching with Paul and Constance.
Oh, Bub from Mr. Wild's window.
Oh, hell, that's a nice stuff. Really, old chap, I don't mean to run down a man you like, but you yourself know that the bastard is in an insane asylum.
So was I.
You were completely cured.
I suppose you mean to say that I was never acknowledged to be insane?
Yes, of course, that's clearly what I meant.
Louis, I need to talk to you about...
Louis.
On birth. Oh, Hildred, would you care to join us?
No, I think I must get going.
Come on, cousin, enjoy some foie gras with us.
No, really, I'm all right.
I really don't think you
On the
want
other
to.
hand, why not? How are you, Hopper?
Splendid. Mr. Wilde has read about the Georgiana. I purchased it off him this morning.
Mr. Wilde is an intelligent man.
I want to give him credit for the discovery.
He doesn't want it. Please say nothing about it.
Do you know what it was worth? $1,000. But the owner of the set is willing to pay triple to whoever can provide him with the missing print Georgiana.
He doesn't want it. He refuses it. He doesn't need the money. He is rich, or will be, richer than any living man except myself. What will we care for money when? What will we care when?
When what?
You will see shortly.
Do you know what Mr. Wilde did today, before I left? He scurried downstairs and nailed a sign to my door that read, Mr. Wilde, repairer of reputations. Third bell. Do you know what a repairer of reputations can be?
I do.
Oh.
The day has come, the day has come, the day has come.
When from Carcosa, the Hyatester and Aldebaran, Castaigne, Louis de Calvados, born December 19th, 1969, Hildred Calvados, only son of Hildred Castaigne and Edith Landis Castaigne, first in succession.
Hildred. Hildred, for God's sake, it is I, Louis. Don't you know me? What is this? Are you ill again?
No, I'm not ill again.
Pick up that brass crown. Follow into the study. We'll chat together. Did you want to masquerade? Was this theatrical tinsel anyways? Dear 50 cents, yourself up, prepare like an owl, never going anywhere, never getting any healthy exercise. You do nothing but pour over these books over here on the mantelpiece. Napoleon. For heaven's sake, there's nothing here but Napoleon.
And I wish they were all bound in gold. But wait, there's another book. The King in Yellow. Have you ever read it?
I know. I don't want to be driven crazy.
There's only one word I loathe more than lunatic, and that is crazy. Why do you think it's dangerous?
Oh, I just remember the monstrosity from the denunciations and from pulpit and press. I believe the author shot himself after the monstrosity he brought forth in the second act.
I understand he's still alive.
Oh, that's probably true. Bullets can kill a fiend like that.
It's a book of great truth.
Yes, of truths that send men frantic and blast their lives. You're better off not knowing them. Even if it is, they say, the very essence of art itself is a crime to have written it. And I, for one, shall never read it.
Is that what you've come to tell me?
No, no. I told you that I'm getting married.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There's one thing I want to ask you.
Out with it, and it'll be done.
I want you to meet me for a quarter of an hour's talk.
Yes, yeah, of course, Hildred. What time?
Midnight.
What is the name? Hildred. Sure, Hildred. Sure.
Wait. Who are you to be married to?
Constance Hogger.
Constance Hobart?
Indeed. The Marquis's daughter Constance plans to marry Louis, the prince. If the marriage succeeds, he shall become king. But he isn't worthy, Mr. Wilde. He shall never marry. Even he renounces his family and claim. The time has come for the people to know who the true son of Hastur is. And the whole world must bow down to the black stars that hang over Carcosa. But Louis is not the son of Hastur. No. Louis must either be exiled or killed.
Tell Louis tonight. Make him denounce his claim making you the prince he isn't worthy to serve. Make him answer the yellow sign. I'll make Hobart and Constance do the same. Go forth, and Carcosa will be ours. Do it for the king.
Louis?
Mildred, is that you?
Yes, you're on time.
Of course, what can I do for you, old chap?
I won't tell you, but on your word as soldier, you must promise me to read this manuscript from beginning to end without asking a question. You must promise me to listen to what I have to say.
I promise, just give me that paper, Silver. I see it. What is it?
It is the yellow sign.
Oh, that's what it is.
Listen, do you promise to engage your word?
I'm listening, old chap.
Dr. Archer, having by some means learned of the secret intelligence of the imperial succession, deprived me of my right, alleging that because of a fall from my horse, I had become mentally deficient. He presumed to put me under restraint in his own house in hopes of either driving me insane or poisoning me. I did not forget. He was met last night and the interview was final. There are still 3 people left to be interviewed for the interests of Mr. Wilde and myself. They are Constance, Hobart, and you. Oh no, I don't have to tell you what I have to say. You must renounce the crown to me. Do you hear? To me.
I denounce the... What is it I'm
The crown!
I denounce it. Hildred, it's getting late. Let me take you back to your room.
Don't try your doctor's tricks on me. Don't act as if I'm insane.
Hildred, it is getting very late.
No, you must listen. You cannot marry. You have given the crown to me, and I forbid it. Do you hear? I forbid it. Now, in reward for your renunciation, I grant you exile. But if you refuse, you shall die. You'll find Dr. Archer in his cellar with a throat open. The same goes for Constance and Hobart. You may be king now, but I shall be king. Who are you to stop me from being ruler over all the habitable earth? I was born the cousin of the king, but I shall be king.
Hildred. You're insane.
Go. You have ceased to be a menace. You will never marry Constance, and if you marry anyone else in your exile, you will be visited just like Dr. Archer was visited last night. Mr. Wilde takes care of you tomorrow. Mr. Wilde! Mr. Wilde! I have the crown. I am king! Mr. Wilde, they're all dead. The throne is ours. The rebellion is victorious. The court shall be reborn, and I am king! No, this isn't real. I'm insane. I'm a lunatic. Lock me up. They're all dead. We killed them. I said the sign, but the sign isn't real. The court isn't real. The king isn't real. And I'm insane. Dr. Archer was right. I only got worse after reading The King in Yellow. I read the second act. And you gotta lock me up. I'm a threat to society, to religion, to public health. Lock me up, kill me. I'm insane. I was wrong.
You were right.
I'm not insane. I'm not a lunatic.
I am king. You're in my court.
Thou who burnest in heart for those who burnest in hell, whose fires thyself shall feed in turn. How long be crying, mercy on them? God, who art thou to teach and he to learn?
Please raise your right hand. No, that won't do. Move your hip forward. Ugh. One hip at a time, please. That's still not what I'm looking for. Turn your head 45 degrees. Counterclockwise, dear. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe it's just me. Could you just try your own poses for a little while?
Is it something I've done?
No, I've made a mess of your limbs, and for the life of me, I can't find how I came to paint such mud as that onto my canvas.
Don't I pose well?
Yes, too well.
Then it's not my fault?
No, it is my own.
I'm very sorry. May I see it?
Sure, come over.
What have you been doing to it?
I don't know, it must be this turpentine.
What a horrid color it is now. Do you think that my flesh resembles green cheese?
No. Have you ever known me to paint this way?
No, indeed. That's it. Act silly and ruin your brushes. For 3 weeks you've been working on that study, and now look. What's the point of ruining the canvas? What creatures artists are. You know, it all went wrong as soon as you started talking about that horrid man in the churchyard.
Yes, I'm sure he bewitched my painting.
Is that the man you saw? I can't quite see his face, but he does look fat and soft. He reminds me of a dream I once had. An awful dream. Or is it even a dream at all?
How should I know the interpretation behind your dream?
Well, you were in it, so perhaps you know something about it.
Oh, Tessie, don't you flatter by saying that you dream about me.
But I did, and I'll tell you about it.
Go ahead.
One night last winter, I was lying in bed, thinking about nothing at all in particular. I had been posing for you, and I was tired out. Yet, seemed impossible for me to sleep. I heard the city bells ring 10, 11, 12. I must have fallen asleep about midnight because I don't remember hearing it 1. It seemed as though I had scarcely closed my eyes when something compelled me to go to the window. So, I rose and leaned out. 25th Street was deserted as far as I could see. I began to be afraid. Everything outside seemed so grim and uncomfortable. Then, the sound of distant wheels came to my ears, and I became immobilized as I waited for their arrival. Very slowly, the wheels approached, until I could make out a carriage moving along the street. Nearer and nearer they came, and as they passed beneath my window, I could see that it was a funeral hearse. I trembled with fear, and the driver turned around and looked straight at me. When I awoke, I was standing by the open window, shivering with cold. Then the dream came again in March, and I again woke beside the window. And last night, I dreamt it again. You remember it was raining? When I awoke, my night dress soaked, you were in the coffin. But you weren't dead. I couldn't see your face, but I heard your muffled screams.
Perhaps you had been eating some Welsh rarebits or a lobster salad. I heard they work wonders on the mind. Maybe a glass of absinthe held you over.
The man in the churchyard, he drove the hearse.
Nonsense.
Do you think I could forget that face? 3 times I've seen the hearse pass, and every time he's looked at me. His face was so white and soft, as if he was dead. He looked as though he had been dead for centuries.
Look here, Tessie. Go to the country for a week or 2, and you'll have no more dreams of hearses. You've been posing for me for a week, and your nerves are all upset. You can't go on like this. When I promise you there was no real hearse, it was just a soft shell crab dream.
What about the man in the churchyard?
Just forget about him.
If you say so, Mr. Scott. Good night.
Have you found the yellow sign?
Mr. Scott, did you hear that somebody bought the church across the street?
Who?
No one that I know, sir. But they do say that the man that owns this here flat was looking at it. He might be building more studios or something.
Tatum, who is that man that sits in front of the churchyard?
Warren? He's the night watchman of the church, sir. One night, me and Jenny were walking home, and we saw him sitting on the steps. We were with Harry and Thomas, the 2 on the tray service, and the man looked so insultingly at us that Harry up and says, "What you looking at, you fat slug?" And he says nothing. So then Harry says, "Come on out, and I'll punch that puddin' head."
What did he do then?
Him?
Yes.
Nothing.
What did you do to him?
I ran.
Why?
You wouldn't believe me.
Try me.
You'll laugh at me, sir.
Nonsense.
Well, it's God's truth that when Harry hit him and grabbed his mushy fist in his hand, one of his fingers popped off. And it was so awful. Every time I see him, I just go away. He makes me ill.
I dreamed about him last night. I must have fallen asleep at about 10 o'clock. And after a while, I dreamed that I awoke. So plainly did I hear the midnight bells, the wind against the tree branches, and the whistle of steamers on the bay. Yet even now, I scarcely believe that I was not awake. I seemed to be in a box with a glass cover on it. I looked out, and dimly I saw street lamps pass overhead, for the box in which I reclined appeared to lie in a cushioned wagon that jolted me over the pavement. I tried to move, but the box was too narrow. My hands were crossed to my breasts, so I could not raise them. I listened, and I tried to call out, but my voice was gone. I could move my head, and when I did, I noticed that I could look not only out of the glass cover, but also out of the windows on the side of the vehicle. I saw houses, empty and silent, with nary life nor light in any of them except for one. In that house, on the second floor, there was a window. In that window stood a figure in all white, looking out into the street. At about that time, I noticed that my hearing had become remarkably efficient. I could hear the trampling of the horses, the white figure calling out to me, and even the breathing of the driver. He took one slow, labored breath, and then he turned around and looked at me with a yellow smile. I caught a glimpse of his disgusting, fetid, worm-rotten robes. It was the watchman. And the figure in white calling out to me, that was Tessie.
Do you love that girl, sir?
Why do you ask?
She's been getting awfully close to the barista downstairs. Tim McCormick's or Ed Burke, I think.
Fate will decide that girl's future. And I pray that fate keeps her out of the arms of men like me and drives her only into the path of Tim McCormick's and Ed Burke's. Bless her sweet face.
Have you found the yellow side?
Good morning, Mr. Scott.
Good morning, Tessie.
Aren't you going to paint me today?
You know, I had a dream last night.
Everyone had a dream last night, silly.
Except my dream was your dream, only much worse. Tessie, come now. I've only told you that to soothe your nerves. Don't you see that your story of your dream and my unreasonable dislike for that inoffensive watchman simply set my brain alight when I went to sleep? Come now. Look at me. Smile. Surely you can't think any harm will come to you because of that.
No,
Well, what's wrong? Why are you afraid?
I'm not afraid for myself.
For me, then.
For you. I can't explain it, Jack, but I care for you.
There's some things that are impossible to explain. Why do certain chords in music make me think of the brown and golden tints of autumn? What is it in the roar and turmoil of Broadway at 6 o'clock that flashes before my eyes the image of a still Breton forest with sunlight filtered through spring foliage? But most of all, Tessa, why should I care for you too?
Would you like to do the paintings first?
No, we'll begin something new today. Ta-da!
It's lovely. Where did you get it?
Oh, past model. Please, put it on.
There's a letter in here.
Is there? What does it say?
Dear Jack, let the red dawn surmise what we shall do.
When this blue starlight dies and all is through, yours always, Sylvia.
No. Yours forever. Hope.
Oh.
There's a necklace in here too. you like for me to post for you today?
Have you ever heard of Boris Yvain's Ariadne? Well, there's a study of it on the bookshelf. Go and give it a read and prepare some tea for us. You see what I'm talking about now?
No, I couldn't find the study.
Well, that's odd. I had Boris's personal copy. Well, if you're not looking at the study, then what are you reading so intently?
I'm skimming over the second act of an infamous play. Guess which one?
Romeo and Juliet?
No.
Well, give me a hint.
The Pallid Mask, The Repair of Reputations, The Tattered King, The Yellow Sign.
Tessie, close the book.
Jack, I'm taking the tree off the stand.
Tatum, I'm busy with Tessie right now. Tessie, I need to close that book. Tessie? Tessie? Tatum!
I was just about to pour the tea for you and Tessie.
I'll ring the doctor.
You and Tessie isn't even proper grammar. Clear the stage, close the curtain, and have someone cut the kettle. I want to clear my mind of this for the next 15 minutes. Casey, we'll talk later. Get off the stage. The 15-minute intermission starts now.
Yeah, I got that already. That's what she's going to do the files. When you read that out. I think it's kind of cool, but then I also think it's really stupid. It's like it's not doing anything. Like there's nothing. Where it's just, yeah, that's why. Because I don't really know. I just feel so oppressed. It doesn't make any sense. It's like you're just marching. Like I know it's like I don't know.
bit of snow loaf.
Oh my god.
I know, right? Twice in one weekend? What's up?
Hi.
Are you guys here for Natalie?
Yeah.
Megan's here. Oh my god. Did you see like Donnie over there? She said like that's her like mantle, like you know like the painting.
And I made a joke and he like couldn't stop laughing.
I got his
Oh, same. Yeah.
Really, really good actor.
I don't know how.
The whole song.
Yeah. I think that's one of those lines. One of we were in West Hollywood. We saw Faked Out.
Did you go to some like rave or something?
It was like a concert.
Yeah, he texted me about it. Like,
It wasn't like that good. It was kind of fun. I don't know.
Well, I support the arts right now. You know, honestly, so.
I think I was out.
Very intriguing.
Yeah.
Or this one. Or this one.
Did you find the sign?
I like the one of you guys facing each other.
Okay,
But
I mean, he sounds a bit like Bane.
Yeah, it's great.
I mean, he's not as good as he is himself. He's just amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, probably really fun. Everyone was going to that, so it'll be really fun. And then
it's only the same. Exactly.
Prom? Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, I'm so excited for prom.
Have you shopped yet for a dress?
No.
When did people start shopping?
Someone messaged Maddie and bought a dress.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, are you gonna go with Joe?
No. Why?
I'm just curious.
No?
I don't know who else.
I don't think so.
He's
Probably
definitely-
going
he's
alone.
definitely-
No, he's gonna ask some model or something.
Okay, good. No, he's not. I promise you he's not. I literally talked to him about it. So I'm like, who do you ask from? He's like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, you have to ask him. Who else would he ask?
I don't know. Who are you gonna? Oh, Lindsay?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. How are you gonna ask her?
That has to be good.
I know, I'm not telling you that.
What do you mean? I'll help you.
Okay.
Are you planning it?
Oh, I'm
already?
so, trust me, like, I'm gonna go all out.
Ah, that's so cool. No, I think he asks you. Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely don't ask him.
I don't really.
Yeah, he still has to ask you, yeah. Do you want water or something? Honestly, probably one of the above. Like, I'll probably end up wearing probably like Hey, we're like, I don't even know. We didn't hear any of that. We didn't hear any of that. Where was the? Yeah. I was like, what? So random. She liked it. We said that. Yeah. Where we were. No, but that was that 10. Oh my god.
I just never done a motion, so I always get like really under. I always just get like half. And then keep up back and forth.
I never, because you're not showing mine doesn't do that. So, yeah.
It's always I got the gas in
The last game of age kids, we got to try that every year.
No way. Have you ever played that game?
No, you were there. We played another game.
Oh, you did?
Everybody got Taco Bell. And then they came back. And we got tired of it again. Yeah. Something 3 times in a row. And my story's still
And then Evan got it again, and then
one part of it in the water on, and then the other part of it on. Yeah, you throw it on the and then you plug it in. Yeah.
yeah, but no, I don't know, maybe like, you like I have to think that you got this, and then yeah.
you are. What are you hiding? You are. What are you hiding? On. You were like this the whole time. And then you turned over like this. Just text me a ball. Like, I said sex. Oh, I thought I said mommy. Why? What is that? Oh. Oh my god. Who's up there? Yes, I want to know. Can I just see it?
Hey, come on, we're halfway there. If it is true that you find in me, let's screw our backs together and forget this under the black stars. Babe, come on, it's almost finished. We're halfway there. If it is true that you find in me a friend, then let's turn our backs together and we can forget this under the black stars.
No sorrow. To think that a mask might be a mirror, to assume that a mirror might reflect, and to hope that a reflection might one day go unmasked. I like to think I'm a philosopher, but I only think when it's convenient, because my convenience directly correlates to my boredom. I normally don't like to think. People like to ask me what I think about. I don't actually think they like to ask me, but they do anyways. Because it's what's considered polite. Whenever my parents ask me what I'm talking about, I tell them I'm imagining tonight's dinner. I'm reminiscing over a memory that they can't remember, or I'm simply looking forward to the weekend. This concerns them, so they remind me that keeping secrets can cause cancer. Whenever my friends ask me what I'm thinking about, I tell them we're being blinded by the sun, that we should all take a day off to reflect on our lives thus far, and that self-deprecating group honesty will change the world for the better. They think this is funny, so they laugh. I don't know which of the two outcomes is better, because the better of the two evils is still wrong. And I can't be wrong, because I want to be right. And I think I am right. But until someone else agrees with me, I'll never know. Do you agree with me?
What do you think?
Were you listening the entire time?
I'm always listening, but you've always known that. Did you write that yourself, or was it taken from that occult book you've been reading?
Both, actually.
Isn't that dreadfully poetic? Hello, Casey.
Hello?
Is there anything else you want to say?
Nothing in particular.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
You're pretty sure there's something else you want to say?
I'm pretty sure there's nothing else I want to say. Why are you asking?
You look like a deer caught in a set of headlights. Do you know your lines?
For the most part?
For the most part. It's either yes or no. There is no for the most part. This is the show, and for the show to work, you need to know your lines. No one cares what your excuse is because your excuse doesn't exist. Casey King doesn't exist. The moment you stepped on this stage, you lost that right. As of 9 o'clock this morning, you are Stylet, Tatum, Morgan, and Marie, and you will be Stylet, Tatum, Morgan, and Marie until this ends at 7 o'clock tonight. You don't have a problem, Tatum has a problem. And that problem is that Tatum can't remember her lines, but Tatum doesn't have lines. Tatum speaks what's on her mind, but Tatum doesn't know what's on her mind because a pathetic excuse for an actor named Casey King is incapable of perceiving reality as Tatum would. Congratulations, Casey. Using a mere 3 lines, you've succeeded in corrupting Robert Chambers' infamously irrelevant Tatum. Are you proud of yourself? That wasn't rhetorical. This is an opportunity to either humble yourself through confession or to make a doubtful brag, and it's recommended that you take it.
I'm not proud of myself.
Why is that?
I've been stressed out.
Excuse me, this isn't a therapy session. I just want to hear you admit the problem at hand. The problem being that.
I don't know my lines.
Thank you, Casey King. Now, before we start the next scene, understand that you will be recast if this happens again. It's just how a show works. I have nothing to do with it. In fact, I actually want you to be the very best that you can be, and it's you who's preventing that from happening. Understand?
I understand.
Fantastic. The next scene we're running is the green room. You can try finishing the yellow sign later. Get it going, Casey.
So, Sam, how'd you do at callbacks?
Not as well as you.
What can I say? Gotta play at least one lead role before I transfer out. What about you, Casey?
I've never played a role before. I doubt I'd get that lucky to get a lead for my last show.
No, I meant like, how did you do? You were at callbacks, right?
Yes. I don't think it was anything fantastic, but I'm still relatively proud of it. Should we be starting the scene?
I beg to differ, Casey. I think our reading was a step above Cloud 9.
Where'd you get cut off?
We didn't.
Point proven.
Damn. You must have been beloved.
Riley gave us a standing ovation.
Oh, wow, Casey King, I did not know you could act.
I mean, I've been doing this as long as you have.
Yeah, but, you know.
Actually, I don't know. Here you go, Yuval. Do either of you two need any props?
I'm good. Casey?
Yeah, we're good. Great. You're on in one.
Thank you, one. And thank you, two. So, how was the kiss?
What kiss?
Callbacks, the end of the scene?
We should really...
If you did that, if you were cut off and you...
No, we did kiss.
How was it? Did you sneak in some tongue? Oh, then again,
We
I
were in
bet...
character, Yuval.
So?
We were in character.
That's never stopped me from enjoying a stage kiss.
I really shouldn't do that.
Why?
Give it up. You can't win. It's been a minute. You're on.
Why what?
Why can't I enjoy myself? No one's ever stopped me before, and you're in certainly no position to tell me not to. Do you think you're better than me?
Stop. Give it up, Casey.
It's been a minute. Let's just get the scene over with.
Atta girl. Let's rock. Morgan, have you ever been in love?
Once or twice.
Have you ever spoken to love?
No, Dad. I can't say I've had the pleasure.
I have. I spoke to love about life. Love told me that if I truly loved life, then I must wait no longer. Love told me that if I loved life, then I must give her the jewels that would dishonor her, and consequently dishonor me for loving someone so dishonored. Love told me that if I loved life, then I must wait no longer.
Will you give life the jewels tonight?
I gave them to life this morning. I gave them to life, and she trod upon them.
Oh, Death. I'm so sorry.
Before she left, life told me that if I truly loved her, that I must teach her to wait.
Then wait, if it is true. After all, life is fair.
I once loved a girl like life.
Was she fair?
Stabbed. Think of my long journey for her. The days of peril and the dreadful nights. Think of how I wondered for her safety. Year after year, wandering through treacherous lands, yearning for kith and kin, yearning for her.
Was she fair?
She kissed me at her brother's gate, and then she left me there.
Was she fair?
Stabbed! Think of my long journey for her, the days of peril and the dreadful nights. Think of how I wondered for her safety. Year after year, wandering through treacherous lands, yearning for kith and kin, yearning for her.
Was she fair?
She kissed me at her brother's gate, and then she left me there.
Was she beautiful?
Very, but if to be fair is to be beautiful, then who's to compare to me in my white mask?
Who's to compare with him in his white mask?
Who is compared to me, for I am paler still.
You are very beautiful.
What's going on?
Yuval doesn't know his line.
So?
So, I was going to cue him in.
That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
Yuval's not the problem.
Excuse me? How is Yuval not the problem? You don't know your lines.
What?
He's only pausing. He was told to pause, so he's pausing. He's just taking direction.
No one pauses for that long.
Calm down, Casey. You're getting anxious.
I'm getting anxious.
I believe that's what I said, and I believe it to be true.
So that's a normal pause, and I'm just insane.
This is the second act, isn't it?
That's not fair.
But was she fair? Was she fair? Was she fair? Was she fair? What does that even mean?
I think it's a double meaning, as in Morgan is asking if the girl is fair in the sense of beauty or fair in the sense of justice.
Oh, and which fair do you think she is?
Justice? I don't know, I was just reading the lines from the script.
Aren't you quite the actor? What were we discussing before this?
Yuval's pause,
But what in particular?
my attempt to cue him in.
Right. Do you not understand why I'm frustrated with you?
I don't.
What would have been said?
I would have said,
Casey King, are you kidding me right now? You don't exist. What would your character Morgan have said?
Morgan would have said that death is very beautiful, repeating Sam's line and reminding Yuval of Death's line.
Do you want to be recast because you're basically begging for it?
No, for the sake of next time.
If there is a next time.
And the possibility of that event. What did I do wrong?
Those lines weren't in the script. They are in the script, but they weren't Morgan's lines. Stick to the script.
Even for the sake of the show?
Casey, if you had said those lines on a real stage, in front of a real audience, you would have been laughed off stage, professionally shunned, and publicly shamed. Only real actors can pull off improv, and we both know that you're not a real actor.
Thanks.
That's the best comeback you could make. Grow a pair, why don't ya?
That's really not an appropriate thing to tell someone.
Really? Why's that?
Well, gender stereotypes and privacy to name two.
Ugh, who cares? I don't see you going to a therapist to discuss this problem. Anyways, I've known you your whole life. Just finish the scene so we can move on.
Beauty is beautiful. Beauty is beauty. Beauty is the only thing. Beauty is
material.
Material. Thank you. Aren't you coming, Casey? The scene's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you waiting for?
I just thought there's something more.
More of what? The scene's over. Whatever. I guess you're gonna sit there while set crew sets up for the next scene.
What was that all about?
There's some things that can't be explained.
Was that one of those things?
It appears so.
How are you, Casey?
What do you mean?
I mean, how are you? It's a pretty common question in modern teenage vernacular.
I'm sorry. I thought you were referring to my elevated state of anxiety, or my riff with Yuval, or the fact that we just spend way too long on what is normally a short scene, or the fact that that short scene is abnormal, and the fact that it doesn't make any sense, or that maybe this show is placing too many expectations on young actors.
No, I just meant how are you? We can talk about those other things if you'd like to talk about them. Would you like that?
If you wouldn't mind.
Sure, let's just get out of set crew's way first. So, which of my unintentional yet potential references would you like to discuss first?
We really don't need to.
Oh, it's fine. Why don't we start with that riff with Yuval?
Sure.
I can't really start the conversation for you.
Well, are you sure you're okay with talking about this? I thought you guys were close.
I mean, we are, but sadly it's mostly situational. Besides, I think I'm starting to like you more.
Thanks. It's just, I've known him for a while, and after all this time, he never seems to appreciate me. He has this whole ego ego that surrounds him.
So does nearly everybody.
Well, then maybe this applies to everyone else. Sam, there are so many things I could say to describe him, and each one only builds on the other. Here's one. He never gives me the time of day when I ask for it, but as soon as he gets bored, he strolls on over and acts like I'm the one who called him over.
Why haven't you ever called him out on it?
If he doesn't think my voice matters, why would he start listening?
Sometimes people just need to be woken up.
You don't know that.
Can't hurt to try.
Maybe I'm just afraid to tell him how I feel.
Why, do you like him?
What?
Do you like him? As common as how are you? I mean, sure, it's not used as much as it was in middle school, but still everyone's been asked at least 5 times over her lives.
No, hell no, I do not like him. He's cocky and arrogant and the rudest person I've ever met, and he's not the least bit attractive. He's everything I detest in a man.
Sounds like he isn't worth a second of your time.
Well, just because he isn't my ideal man doesn't mean I should just ignore him.
No, that's what I mean. That's not what I meant. I just meant some people are never going to reciprocate the amount of care that you give them.
Thanks.
No problem. And if you were to only spend your time with the people that fit the characteristics of your ideal man, then thanks for your time.
Anytime.
If I were to ask you a question, I expect a response that's either similar or identical to any time.
Hush, they're running a scene.
What's the question?
I asked you first.
I'm not going to answer until you do.
I see your point.
But am I being fair?
She was fair. She was beautiful, too.
You're too kind. But you're avoiding my question.
I was going to ask you if you'd like to go out sometime. Now's the part where you say
Anytime.
Fantastic. This was a good conversation. I'm glad we could work through all your problems. I'm going to go get ready for the next scene now.
Not all of them.
That was cute. I wish my life could be as perfect as yours.
It's not as perfect as you think.
Don't pity me, Casey King. Don't be ashamed of your luck. You're gonna get cast as the lead in the next show. You're supposed to asked out by the cutest boy in theater, who need I remind you is 1,000,000 times better than you've all. You're transferring to GCU next semester. You're living up to your brother's legacy, and the director is infatuated with you. What could possibly be going wrong for you now?
I overthink things.
Right. We still have it better off than most people.
Can we just finish the show? You're one of the luckiest people I know. You're the second person to tell me that today, but the last person I expect to hear it from. Why is that, Bailey?
You're richer than anyone else at the school.
Money doesn't matter to me.
Well, what about creativity? All the teachers love your work.
Creativity is useless if you lack ambition.
Lack is such a negative word.
Then how would you describe me?
You simply don't exert yourself as often as you should. You need to get out more, see the city.
As if I were to exert myself. What could I possibly gain?
A man, for one.
I don't need a man.
That doesn't mean you don't want one, Marie. Get up and go. You can seek him throughout the world. And while you're gone, I can seek your fame and fortune.
Why tell me of the world? My world is here, between these walls and sheets of silk above. Here among gilded thread and sharp needles, blank mannequins, black chests, and high-backed chairs quaintly carved and stained with red and gold.
Then whom do you wait here for?
When I see him, I'll know him.
Then whom do you wait to see?
I'll wait to see the one who sings. I hear a song now. Same song I've heard for the past 300 days.
Fool! The song is the same, but the voices have changed and multiplied with the days.
Wait
no more, the time to wait has passed.
Get up and go. You can seek him throughout the world.
Why tell me of the world? The world is here between these walls and sheets of silk above. Here among gilded thread and sharp needles, blank mannequins, black chests, and high-backed chairs, quaintly carved
Are you doing it right? I don't think that's how it's supposed to go. Maybe try putting your hands on his hips. This isn't any better. Casey, guide Sam's hand to your neck. That's just awkward. This isn't helping, is it? I feel bad because Sam seems to know what he's doing, but you, Casey King, are completely clueless. I guess we'll just have to work this one out one-on-one as per usual. Tell me, Casey, how are we going to solve this problem?
More rehearsals?
With whom? Sam? God knows you're not getting that opportunity again.
What do you mean?
You're going to be recast.
What?
You're going to be recast. Get over it.
You can't do this. You can't kick me out just because you don't like my acting. I've been cast and you can't take that away from me.
I can and I will. And don't blame it all on your acting. I've always known that it sucks. That's only half the reason. The other half is you show me no respect. I'm more important than you and you need to treat me as such. As long as you stand on this stage, you're mine. Now it's time for you to step off and spend your time elsewhere.
I've lived in this role for the past 3 months. Who could possibly replace me?
Anyone could. I've told you before and I'll tell you again. Casey King doesn't exist. The character is the only thing that fills your roles. You had no part in it. You've never existed in your roles, so when you're replaced, it'll be no problem. The only thing that needs to happen now is for a better actor to come along and read your character's lines. That's all there is to it.
You can't do this. You have no authority to tell me this.
Then stop listening. If you don't like what I have to say, ignore it. Do what you want and stay. Maybe you'll succeed. Maybe you'll go out opening night on this stage and you'll perform and speak and dance and sing. And maybe when you take your bow, you'll be the one receiving the roses and the standing ovation. Maybe when you step off the stage, the cast will hug you and your friends will love you and a stranger will ask for your autograph. And 10 years later, that same stranger will win a Tony Award and cite your performance as her biggest inspiration. And maybe when you step out of the theater, Sam will take you home. And maybe before you shut your eyes, you'll think back on your day and wonder how the next day could possibly be any better than the day you just had. But you'll be excited to find out. And maybe, just maybe, you'll finally feel happy. You'll feel confident and secure and satisfied, a feeling you've never felt before. And maybe you'll still have bad days that bring you to your knees and tear you down, but you'll pray for days like that again. The day you stopped listening, went on opening night, and succeeded. And your prayer will be answered, and you'll have another one of those days. But you know that's never going to happen. I know that's never going to happen. It's never going to happen because you're the most pathetic excuse for an actor that's ever stepped on this stage, and you're too dumb to accept that.
I won't let you do this. The cast won't let you do this.
The cast has let it go on thus far. What's different this time? What's that? Oh, I can't hear you. Maybe you finally learned to project your lines.
You're not.
Calm down, sweetheart. Grow up.
Have you seen my sister?
Not since the last scene.
Thanks, Ronnie.
Anytime, Rylan.
Is it easy to live inside the roles?
No.
I know it's difficult, but I envy you.
You know me better than anyone else. Why would you envy me?
Calm down, Casey. You're right. I do know you better than anyone else. I know that you've never quite fit in, that you want to get away from here the moment you have the chance, that you've never had the chance because of other people, and that you distance yourself from other people because of that.
Do you even know what you're talking about?
I know you've been having problems with anxiety.
What?
Mom told me before she left.
Why the hell would you envy my anxiety?
If you want it so much, take it, lest we forget Casey King is just another character in the Sea of Ambition.
I envy you because every time that I see that look on your face, you get up and let it pass like nothing happened. You inspire me to keep moving forward regardless of the risk. You are a person whose only dream it is to inspire others like you inspire me.
I can't be that person anymore. Not for you or anyone else. Do you think it's easy for me to spend my time screaming into oblivion, praying that the noise will end so that one day someone will hear me? Sure, my problems may seem like a scratch on an otherwise sculpted life. But what happens when that scratch grows to define you more than your own name? Day by day, I face myself, and the longer this goes on, the harder it gets. I can't even find joy in the simplest things. Do I even exist anymore? Most people don't acknowledge me, and I see the pitied expressions on the faces of those who do. Ryland, don't you dare think I don't see it on your face, too. You know exactly what I'm talking about, and you've known exactly what's been going on, yet you refuse to step in because my hardships give you the sick confidence to move on with your life.
You're wrong. This, what you're saying, this is bits and pieces of a world that you have convinced yourself exists. I know it has been a rough year.
It's been going on longer than that.
That it's been rough so far. But you could come out of this, and it shouldn't be by yourself. All right, if you stop to look around every once in a while, you'd see that everybody out there is here for you. If you start questioning why you're putting yourself through all of this, I promise you that change will come.
The next scene is about to start.
Rylan, I'd love nothing more than to drag myself out of this hellhole. But at what cost? No one would help me with my ascent out of this, and would I even be able to live with myself once I'd stepped away and viewed the phantom that I was, that I am? As of right now, I have my whole life set before me, and I'm not going to risk that to maintain confidence in myself.
There is nothing more important than your own confidence, and no direction more critical than forward. Take off your mask.
If you're going to recite your lines, go backstage.
I'm not.
I will.
Good. I have to head home early today. I'll see you after the show.
Song of my soul, my voice is dead. Die thou unsung, as tears unshed, shall dry and die in lost
What are you doing, Casey? You don't belong here. Look at how your so-called friends judge you as you walk in their midst. The roost is getting old, and now it's time for you to quit. I gave you the option to quit a long time ago, Casey King. I saw you flinch when I told you all of the things to come, and I offered an out. I asked you to leave your ambition for you to come with me and wait for the world, and you told me you'd stand your ground. You've stood firm, my dear, but the ground slipped away along the way, and now I'm telling you to leave. The time for you to go gracefully has passed. You've lost yourself with time, and now it's time for you to give up. Accept it, Casey. This was never for you. You don't even exist.
If I don't exist, then why did I enjoy that kiss? You've tried so hard to make me feel insecure and insignificant, but you couldn't stop me from feeling the same emotion my character felt. Joy.
Do you really want to bring this up again?
I'm not talking to you, Yuval. I'm talking to the director. If I don't exist, then why can I feel your cold gaze on me as you criticize my every move? No one else does that to me. And you're the only one who believes that holding me back is the best way to keep me moving forward. You've told me that I cannot coexist with my roles, but you've never told me why. What's wrong with my take on the character? After all, if it weren't for the actor's own identity, it wouldn't matter who played who. I'm not gonna let you...
Casey, who are you talking to? The director's been backstage
whole rehearsal. I'm not gonna let you hold me back anymore. You've told me that you're protecting me, that you're making me better, but if that was true, I wouldn't be saying this right now. If that was true, I'd be comfortable in my own skin. I'd be able to call my peers my friends, and I wouldn't constantly be doubting my own identity. I'm not going to let...
You're not okay. You need help. We're going to get you help. Together. Mr. Chambers, the director, he's calling your dad right now. There's nobody there, Casey. Nobody but us hears you.
I know there's no one there. Do you think I'm insane?
What voice are you talking about?
The voice in my head. The director of all my fears and anxieties. I know you all hear it too. Listen. It's nestled back there behind your hopes and aspirations. Maybe you don't hear it as often as I do, but you hear it all the same. All my life it's told me I'm alone. I'll never live up to my potential. I'm worthless, that I'm wrong. But I can't be wrong. Because I want to be right. And I think I am right. But until someone else agrees with me, I'll never know. Do you agree with me? Tell me I'm not alone.
What the hell are you talking about? I won't put up with this. I'm talking to Chambers right now, and I'm telling him that I'm not going to work here if he puts up with this. I mean...
You don't have to agree with me. Just let me know I'm not alone.
You're not alone. I hear it too. I don't hear it as loudly as you. And I hear it in my own way. But I hear it all the same. And I know they hear it too.
How do they do it?
Do what?
Look so calm and collected while the voice rages inside of them?
I refuse to listen. I know it seems hard to do, but you're never alone. Even though they've all walked away, most of them are going to come to their senses soon enough. They need you, Casey. And when they realize it, you're going to be glad you stuck by them through it.
What about the others?
They're just afraid they're not in control. But now you showed them that no one truly is. You did it, Casey. You woke them up. Now it's their turn to get out of bed. If it is true that you see in me a friend, let us turn back together here, under the limelight. I'll wait for you in my car.
Go, Casey King. Go and pretend that you can live happily without me. What are you waiting for? Put on your mask and perform for me again.
Stranger, I wear no mask.
First of all, this whole thing started back in October in Stephen's garage, and it was just this tiny production, and I had no idea how cool it would end up, and how lucky I would feel to be a part of this amazing cast and crew. So if we could get a hand for them, it'd be fabulous. But most importantly were people that were behind the scenes. So right now I'm gonna thank two people who literally I could go on for hours about how genuine and kind and how loving they are about not only their own son, who was the director of this production, but literally all of us. They treated us as their, however many of we are, their kids. And I'm so personally thankful for them, for always being there for us, for getting us food backstage, for letting us use their garage, for rehearsal space, for financing this entire production, for helping us make this possible. So if Mr. and Mrs. Michaels could come down here.
And my freshman year, the seniors of our class, the student directed a play. They kind of, like snatched it from our like teacher, and the person who normally does it, they snatched it from her. And I remember Stephen and I would talk about it. They're like, and Stephen said like he wants to do something like that one day. And around the time that the students were directing their own thing, I started seeing Stephen reading his own version of King in Yellow, the infamous book, and he said he wanted to write a play about it. And 5 months ago, started bringing it up. It became done. He finished writing it, and 4 months ago we kind of recruited us all. And there's been ups and downs. It's been like, oh, I can't make it to rehearsal. That's Cave, phone in your line. There's been, I can't make it to rehearsal, Cave, chash, whatever at school. And, but most important about this is that, he's been a writer for us, he's been a director, produced it a lot, but more importantly, he's been a friend to all of us through this really tough process. So Stephen Michaels, they didn't have blue flowers.
Chairs. Yeah, guys, we're doing a Q&A because that's been apparently necessary and we haven't done one. Yeah. There's some questions that I guess haven't been answered.
Do we all need chairs? I don't need a chair. I can sit here.
Sit in the audience, I guess. I can sit on the floor. Chairs. Oh? Everyone stays. Yeah.
Do we all? Are you serious? I'm just
Yeah, when you say this, it's good.
Alright, I guess, I don't know, like everyone, can you turn like these lights down and the house lights up? Oh guys, we have techies! Oh my god, yeah. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna thank people right now. Megan Patterson.
Every song that you heard in this was like all of her doing. She made the music herself.
Absolutely phenomenal person. I never knew that she knew like all of this stuff, and it is so cool. It is a shame Westlake Theater does not have her. We are truly missing out. Thank you, Megan Patterson.
Diego
Diego Ball. I have known Diego since freshman year, and this is one of the, I think this is the first production that I've ever worked this closely with him, and it has been truly phenomenal. Diego, thank you. We would not have been able to do this without you. We would not have been able to do this. Autumn Wagner and Lowry Morley, they're in charge for all of the costumes. Lowry also did props, so all the prop changes were her. And then lastly, Megan Marino, can you stand up? Early on in the production, I thought I might need a stage manager, and I didn't think it would be that hard. And you know, I thought she might want to do it, so she's like, yeah, sure, she'll do it. And I forgot about it, and then about a week ago, we realized we actually need one, and she stepped up, and she is, whenever she's not on stage, she is on the headset, organizing all of the set changes. It is an immensely tough and challenging job, and it is, so much of the show is, like, just thanks to her. Thank you. Alright, there's also this little cast, which would take a really long time today. Thank you. So I guess just like raise your hand if you have a question, and Julie, I'll point this down.
Okay, you can do it. Yeah. When Duncan was walking across the stage, he said, "Have you seen?
Found the yellow sign."
What did he mean?
He asked if you found the yellow sign. The yellow sign. Do you want to know what the yellow sign is? Yes. The yellow sign, it is a piece of the Robert Chambers mythos, the whole King in Yellow mythology, if that helps. It is like a sign. It's like if you're a pirate and you get that piece of paper with like the black dot and you're like marked for death.
Okay, so it's kind of like a black spot.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, it's like that. Good.
And you can stumble upon it because it's like a sign, and you can either see it and you're marked, or like if you accidentally draw it, then you're also marked.
Yeah, the yellow sign. Yeah, it is from the actual play, The King in Yellow, which very little is actually known about it. There are only 2 claimed excerpts in existence. It was anonymously written. People started reading it, and people went insane, so everyone banned the book, and everything was burnt. And some guy named Robert Chambers wrote a book about it, and I adapted that. So yeah, mythos. Okay, Julie, you want to pick someone else?
All right, thanks. I would love to hear about your process as a playwright in coming up with the juxtaposition between your first and second acts, and whether you feel like the tropes that you're exploring have any conversation in the current political climate.
Wow.
You thought about that one.
All right, let's start with the first and second act. The King in Yellow was something, the book, The King in Yellow, was something I stumbled upon through True Detective. It was something I thought was cool. I never really planned on adapting it. And basically sophomore and junior year, I was in the process of writing a play that is now the second act. And that was like inspired by Birdman and stuff like that. And that was real issues that I thought were relevant, for a high school audience. That's why I'd written this to be performed at Westlake High School.
It doesn't happen.
Glancing over that, I reached a point last year where I realized The King in Yellow exists in public domain. It is something that can be adapted rights-free, royalty-free, I don't know what the correct term is. And because The King in Yellow focuses on the idea that the second act causes insanity, I thought it would be interesting to focus my second act that I had already been working on as the second act of The King in Yellow. As to relevance to modern political issues, I'm gonna say yes. There's a point where like I can talk to it in depth, and then I'm just gonna stop because I don't know how far I can go with clarity. I think look, the second act, every character in itself is a portion of me that I see, and a lot of it is exaggerated. There's a lot of the lines, if you look back, and they're very comical. The entire U-Ball character, Jackson, it's a very comical character. And I mean, some of these lines are just unreal, and you would never actually hear them until sometimes you might. And yeah, that's about as far as I can go. Thank you.
Kudos, beautiful job.
Thank you. Julia.
Did you ever read the supposed like 2 excerpts that they like supposedly?
Oh yeah, so the 2 excerpts, those are Natalie's song. That is an excerpt from the play, and then Duncan and Lindsay have a scene in the first story involving Duncan. What's the line? Yeah, the whole usurch and unmasked. When Jake is opening the book and Natalie is reading that and they come out on stage, that's the second excerpt from the play. I think that's Act 1, Scene 6, something like that. Yeah, or no, from the original play.
Oh, just
yeah.
kidding.
Does anyone need like clarification questions? Yes. What was that like stuff in the very beginning, that gray stuff? Did that mean anything, or was that just like there?
The solution?
The solution, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, so that could have been portrayed better. It's sort of like, have you seen Despicable Me?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what Despicable Me would be? There's a shrink gun, and it seems really cool to Gru until he finds out that everything goes back to larger size in like a couple hours.
Yeah.
So this stone solution is the same idea. You dip something in it, it turns to stone. Everyone thinks it stays stone until 2 years later, Taylor wakes up because she's...
This is Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor. Because the solution wears off. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
This play is literally not for the faint of heart. If there's any confusion, we would love to clear it up, Timothy.
So, to save myself from thinking about it all night and driving me crazy, the ending. Can you just like totally simplify that to save me like hours of thinking about it?
Let me think about this. I think that's going back to this whole idea that every story within this play has a truth revealed in the end. The first story, the whole truth is how Alec, Jake's character, has been imagining if Genevieve confessed her love. Second story is the King in Yellow and the whole court actually being real, much to Julian's dismay and confusion. And the third story, well, that's revealed that it's a dress rehearsal. And then the ending, when we get to the ending, it's the entire concept is that the audience believes that the director is in Casey King's head, Amy. Yeah, and then the director is Alexa's character. While in reality, Amy has known the entire time that the director is in her head, and it's everyone else who has this confusion. And that goes back to the original play's concept of causing insanity. Yeah. Yeah.
So everyone's the same.
Yes, everyone but Casey. Yes.
Including all you guys.
No problem. Yeah. Turn my brain off at the deck.
And then at the very end where everyone leaves the flowers on the stage, that's like going back to the beginning where you were looking for love. So it kind of comes full circle. Cool.
Quinn?
So what's like the meaning behind Alex's character being able to read the second act and sort of being okay after?
Think about this one. It's that he doesn't go okay. He enters this whole dream state where he believes that Genevieve tells Boris, like, oh, hey, I still have feelings for Alec. And that causes this whole chaos, and then that first story ends with him going back to that first instant where he opens the book.
It's all a dream between me going to sleep and waking up at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, if you notice with all of the stories, nothing bad really happens with the characters until a character reads The King in Yellow. Any further questions?
Don't be embarrassed if you're confused. I'm still confused.
Okay, I got one more.
Alright.
Mikey's a painter.
Mikey's a painter.
Yes. Let's explain that more.
Wow. Okay. Mikey the painter. So Mikey is a painter, and all right. So that whole third story, it's about paranoia. It's it's about, let's make it political, it's about the fear of the unknown, of strangers, and Mikey's character, Jack Scott, and Megan's character, Tessie, both see this night watchman at this abandoned church across the street, and they both have these nightmares about him. And they're terrified of what could and could not be, and this idea of potential. And had the show gone on, and Casey not forgotten her line, it would have been, they would have read The King in Yellow, as Megan had just opened it, Tessie, and the Watchmen would have come in and like killed everyone. Yeah.
Now, if you're talking about the necklace, I just didn't know how to put that on. I genuinely did not know how to put that on.
So, my next question.
Yes.
What was the point of Mikey the artist kind of slipping that he's had multiple like romances and loves? Was there a point to that? Like,
Character flaw.
Okay.
Yeah, hubris.
Yeah.
I always kind of thought, in my mind, that they all sort of read the second act of The King in Yellow and went insane and died. And that I had only read the first act, so that's why I was all frightful. Frightful? Is that a...
Yeah.
Scared.
Yeah.
Frightened. That's why I was like, Tessie, close the book. Because I had seen multiple models read that book and die, or, you know, just go insane. And like, man, I can't lose Tessie. I mean, she's the current one, you know? Gotta love the current one, right? So.
What was the significance of people when they were all lined up to get hated that people just like kept walking out except for Tessie's stage?
Oh, so that was basically showing how, yeah, we're showing the past models. So those were all models that were there for Jack Scott, and it's exhibiting how Jack Scott, he's easily frustrated, and he's nitpicky is a better word for it.
You'll notice that Jake was in there. Yes.
Yeah.
I go both ways.
Was Mikey's character the same character in the first and third part?
So,
because they have the same name, right?
Yes, it's the same character.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just.
But Dr. Archer, that old guy with the fedora, totally different.
Yeah. Originally, Mikey. Originally, there was a change in casting. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You shall not be named.
Question over there. Hey, how you doing? I was just wondering, like, what was your inspiration for, like, the director character?
Oh my god.
Had James Spader played J.K. Simmons' character in Whiplash.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Yes. Yes, I don't believe said character exists in real life.
I believe it.
Jordan.
What was the purpose of the Slurpee sip midline?
No, it's just let's following through.
Okay.
Getting into
Yeah.
Yes.
Was there any significance to Adib's aesthetic with the missing fingers?
So that was, no, actually, Megan Patterson discovered this. There's details about the Watchmen missing fingers, and this was something I glanced over but miraculously included. Adib is the Watchman. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, yes. He is the fingerless Watchman.
That literally makes perfect sense.
Now it all makes sense.
Third story. But I died in the second story.
Second story takes place in like 80s, or third story's 20s. You're just really old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It works
that's
out.
why.
There's a time
That's
jump.
why. That's why. That's why. Oh, I got it.
It's a playception. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Any further? Yeah, Quinn.
What's like the time period for all the different
Time period. Okay, so first and third story were written as 20s, and second story was like sort of like 80s, like 1984. Yeah. This is much, and then the second act is modern. Yes. Any
prefer to ask us afterwards, like personal questions?
Yeah.
Because if you haven't seen us,
Yeah.
What's your swing both ways in your life?
All right. Thank you.